Malice is an emotion that's unique to human beings. It distinguishes us from all other animals. But what am I saying? I'm sure you're familiar. Rage, hatred, revenge, destruction. Malice has power. Because whenever you let those feelings of malice take over, that's when you're at your most human. After all, humanity's truest form is evil.
Woo, another video. Hi guys, Glitch here, back with another video. Today we'll be making another unlikely versus battle that many people tend to overlook, so stick to the end to see my opinion on the topic. If you like the video, please remember to like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Whenever you think of a versus battle between Akatsuki members, many people think of topics such as Pain versus Itachi, Itachi versus Obito, and even through a certain YouTuber, Kakuzu versus Pain. Many people, however, overlook a battle that I'm going to cover this video, and this due to the sheer obviousness of it. However, I don't think the outcome is as clear cut as people think. The topic of today's video will be, as the title says, Kisame versus Pain. I don't necessarily think that this is as clear cut as most of the Naruto fanbase paints it as, and I surely don't think it's a one-sided stomp depending the versions of the characters. But to start off with Pain, we need to get the narrative behind the strength out of the way. Pain is someone who is described at least as stronger than people like the Sannin and even people like the current 5 Kage in Naruto. This is shown clearly, and it's also implied through Kishimoto's verbatim statements throughout the manga and the databooks. These statements include Pain being able to kill someone like Hanzo. While Hanzo and his strength aren't really displayed much throughout the series, we do know that from his brief appearances that he should be stronger than the Sannin. He casually takes all 3 of them on, and he beats all of them even with their summonings at the time of the Third Great Ninja War. Now, many people wonder why and how this proves that he's above their current version, and the answer is pretty simple. Upon learning that Hanzo was killed by Pain, Jiraiya shows visible shock and says something along the lines of impossible. This would mean that he finds the very thought of someone like Hanzo dying so far-fetched that he doesn't even think a man could have done it. Mind you, he should be including people like Hiruzen, since Hiruzen is his teacher, of course. Hiruzen himself is no slouch at all, seeing as he's like the only person able to battle with the Buddha statue, when even people like the 5 Kage are unable to. This by itself should already show how mind-boggling Pain's strength should be. And many people would like to argue that the 5 Kage are weakened. However, we see that they are healed by Tsunade, and Mei also makes a comment that, oh yeah, I just now lost my chakra, which would imply that she had it beforehand, that she had like at least a substantial amount of chakra beforehand. Now, to continue on with the scaling, that isn't even all. If we couple that with the fact that Zetsu finds it inconceivable that Pain could have ever lost, even when fighting someone with access to both Sage Mode and a Biju, and coupled with a plethora of statements about him being the strongest in the Akatsuki, well, Pain is truly a force to be reckoned with. Now, onto Kisame scaling. Many people may start to think that, oh, because Pain is stated the strongest in the Akatsuki, he must be stronger than Kisame. However, most of these statements flat out do not include Kisame in the slightest. For example, in the 3rd data book, Pain is stated, and I quote, "Why would they join an organization and obey Pain in capturing the tailed beasts? The reason is Pain's charisma and his power nobody can deny." End quote. Now, to the average reader, this statement seems pretty solid. However, we know that Kisame is actually under orders of Obito and follows orders from Obito, considering him the true Mizukage. This means that he doesn't actually follow Pain's orders because he fears him. However, he's only doing it to further Obito's goals. So that's one of his statements down the drain. The second of the statements that is used to hype up Pain is in the extract from Shonen Jump in the chapter 364 of Naruto. My main problem with this statement is the fact that in the original Viz translation and the physical copy of the manga, that extract is never present, and we also know that the words phrased in each one is way different. For example, Pain in the extract is called Pain, with an E instead of an A. We see in many other sources that, like the Databook and Viz, that the name is spelled with an A, and even in the anime he's called Pain in the subtitles. Additionally, we see what Conan says is different between each one, and some of our words are left out too, so this statement should just be completely unreliable as it differs from the source material. Now, the third statement we see hyping up Pain's strength is a statement from the Databook, calling Pain notoriously strong throughout the Akatsuki. This statement applies to some people more than others. I think what this statement could very well mean is that Pain's strength is more known, seeing as he demonstrates it more to the Akatsuki as a form of fear tactics. We also know in like that one Shinobi, like that one Naruto game cutscene, that Pain is also one of the main people who go out to recruit Akatsuki members, and they also, like, most of them lose to him in a fight, though Kisame is not most of them. So his strength should just be more known to them rather than like Kisame's. Now that I'm done with all those statements, we can finally move on to Kisame's surprising strength. Kisame, using Samehada, has shown he is able to absorb chakra from his enemies through physical contact. The reason this matters is because he has to be at least fast enough to touch them to do so. His chakra absorption, though impressive, does have an upper limit of about 6 tails. This means he should be able to take massive chunks of Pain's chakra in only 2 hits. Now, we know that Kisame should at least be above base B. My reasoning for this is due to the fact that not only is he and Samehada able to react to B while he has a lightning cloak activated and absorb his chakra, he's also shown to be able to dodge B's lightning amped pencils while off guard, which further solidifies this. We also see he's able to swing his blade before V1B can get to him, and in conjunction with Samehada, both are able to dodge and react to B on several occasions. B even goes as far as implying that he can beat Kisame with version 1, so he moves into the second. Though Kisame gets overwhelmed, he's still able to react to this B in the form of putting up Samehada as a defense to block V2B. Now, B himself is no slouch at all, being able to, while in base, I know you heard that rhyme, to be able to be on par with Kisame 1 Naruto whenever they're fighting, moving against Obito at the same time and moving at relative speeds, both watching each other's back. While I don't think Kisame 1 Naruto scales above, I definitely believe they should be at least relative, due to the fact that Kisame 1 Naruto is basically Naruto being fueled by 6 tails of chakra, or chakra, however you want to pronounce it. Mind you, 6 tails Naruto is shown to be relative to Pain, strong enough to force him to run back and make him activate the Shibaku Tensei. Where most of Kisame's hype comes from is the fact that while weakened against Guy, he is able to react to his attacks and even block/tank attack his Hirodora, which is a feat only Madara Susanoo does. Hirodora is fast enough to be able to blitz Edo Madara while he's in a Susanoo, to the point where he's unable to dodge or even try to block it with his swords, which would just solidify how strong Kisame is. It's even stated in a chapter extra that Guy was prepared to die in his fight against Kisame, implying that he was ready to use the 8th gate just to beat him, bear that in mind. Now, onto who I think would win in a fight. I think Kisame should take it. Though Pain does have 6 bodies, some of which have the AP to one-shot Sage Mode users such as the Jiraiya, I think Kisame's clone should serve as enough of crowd control so he can gradually focus on one by one and take each of them down, right? So, adding on to that, he also has widespread water jutsu, which he can use to isolate certain paths or flat out trap them while using water prism. With Samehada, he should also be able to absorb any chakra Nagato is giving to them until he eventually runs out of it. But yeah, that's basically it. If you like the video, please remember to like and subscribe, and have a nice day. That's it, I'm gone.